video here. This guy made a clay kiln and pottery, and watched another video where he made this house out of clay. I mean, I think it's amazing. I think these videos on so many levels are amazing. So thumbs up to this guy. And it got me to thinking. It got me to thinking about why. He didn't say a word in this. There was no flash and bang, no fancy colors, nothing in your face, none of these things that a lot of the other videos that are getting a lot of views have. Why is this video and these videos of his are they so popular? Because I'm watching them. Now I have to say I have a bit of a background and interest in this primitive technology thing. I used to actually teach primitive technology, some very simple things to middle schoolers as an after-school program. And I had the same kind of amazement that middle schoolers who I felt, oh, they're so plugged into technology, their phones and their computer games and what have you, this is going to bore them to tears. And it's just the opposite. They were totally in. They were fully involved in, you know, trying to chip a stone to make a point, an arrowhead, or any of these kinds of things. I think that it's about connectedness. It's that inherent need to be connected to the earth, the our environment. It's this guy's going out without a knife, without a tool. He's just grabbing stuff, grabbing branches and stones and clay, and he's knee deep into his environment, elbow deep too, and he's doing this. And I think it got me at a really deep level. I want to say visceral level. It's like, yeah, that is just cool. But it's cool because not only do we all probably look and go, God, I wish I could do that. Why? Why do we wish we could do that? Why do we admire that? In the light of all the stuff we've got, all the fancy technology, we still think that is amazing because we're wired for that. It's part of our DNA, it's part of our cultural history, it's part of our genetic history. And I think it brings us to a place where we see a human interacting with nature in a symbiotic way, not destroying it, but gently molding it to meet his needs. I think it also harkens back to something else. Simplicity. I think there is this inherent need and hunger for simplicity. Why'd all the wisdom traditions of the world ring the chime of simplicity? It's one of the main teachings of all the wisdom traditions of the world. Why? Because that simplicity turns down the noise of life. This guy isn't saying a freaking word. There's no noise. He's just doing human stuff right there. I think that's amazing. You know, the word human actually comes from the Latin word humus, which means of the earth. And we are of the earth. The stuff he's making that house of is the same chemistry, the same minerals, the same stuff that we're made out of. So we have this inherent connection. And I think most of us feel that when we see that, we have a little twinge of disconnection. We see that, wow, I, that's simple. I'm totally involved in it, but my life is so complicated. I think we want to move. I think there's a real desire to move away from that complication, to turn down that noise.
Is there another way of doing that without going to? I mean, we all can't go to the woods and.
I think there is a way to do that. I mean, we're not going to all go out and make a clay house or learn how to make a fire pit and all these types of things. But I think we can, first of all, to be connected with ourselves, our humanness, and to nurture not only a connection to ourselves but to our environment. However that may, get out in your own backyard and do something. This type of thing. The guy goes out in his backyard. I'm not sure where it is, but he was able to just get involved. Maybe get out of our boxes, and not just connect with Earth, but get connecting with other people. We're so cut off from our true nature. I see a video like this. I tell you one thing. It gives me a little bit of hope that that spark of humanness, that spark of needing and wanting and recognizing connection is still there. It's not just everybody watching, goofy things on on these videos, goofy content or whatever it is out there. I, so many people are attracted to this. I'm thinking, okay, good. This is a positive, reinforcing. There's hope that we recognize, and we're going to start to not just want to go out and build things out of nature, but realize that just even watching a video about somebody doing it de-stresses us. It calms us. That's another thing I observed. I wasn't particularly stressed, but I'm watching this guy do that without talking. He was, even though the movie was, or the filming was sped up a little bit for for time, it was time lapsed. It was still just really calming and centering.